Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another little DIY for you guys. I'm showing you guys how I got this distressed sweater. How I made this distressed sweater. There's plenty of like sweaters like this that are out. Like right now they're really popular, but they are very pricey for such basic pieces in your closet. So I kind of was just like, I'm not gonna pay like $30 for a sweater that's just basically torn up. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it on my own. So I basically went to the thrift store, picked up this little sweater, and it's just the normal average blue sweater, and I just did my whole little distressing on my own. So if you want to see how I got this, stick around and I will be showing you guys after this. So if you guys really like these DIYs, let me know, give this video a thumbs up so I can keep doing them. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. Hey babes, okay, let's go ahead and jump right into this. So my inspiration for this was from Basics Clothing. Their clothing is so freaking cute. I'm like so obsessed, but you know, my budget does not permit the kind of budget that they have right now. So I was just like, I'm gonna have to do this on my own, aren't I? So basically that's where my inspiration came from. So cute, so cute. So here we are. This is my sweater that I got from the thrift store, like I said. Or you can get a sweater from Bay and borrow his sweater. Well, basically take his sweater and, you know, just destroy it. So I just got these scissors here. These are really fancy scissors. They cost me like $20. I would not suggest going out and buying $20 scissors if you're not going to be doing DIYs like all the time. But these scissors are very nice. So basically I wanted it to be over the shoulder, of course, so I cut it about a little bit less than halfway down on at the neck area so that I could hang over my shoulder. And basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start making my little cuts. The easiest way I found to start making these cuts is I pinch the fabric together like this, and make sure you're not pinching both sides, just that front side together. And you just pinch it together and then just cut it right there, and it'll make like the perfect little slash, just like that. And then what I did is I just did the same thing, a little smaller one, and I'm gonna make another little slash right there. And then now I kind of wanted to make smaller ones, or not smaller ones, but ones that weren't as wide. So what I did was just I put a little snip right there so that I can get one end of the scissor in there, so that I can just make like one cut straight through that wasn't as big as the other ones, just so I can have varying sizes and shapes of distressing. So how I did this here, you see how those other little smaller cuts disappeared and they didn't really look like cuts? So I just cut them just a tad bit on one side so that they just showed up just a little bit more. I didn't want them as big as the other ones, but I did want them to show. So that's basically how I'm making these cuts. I did the exact same thing all over the all over the sweater, wherever I felt like I wanted to. Now get creative here. You don't have to do the exact same thing. When it comes to DIYs, creativity is key for sure. You have to like realize that this is it. You gotta do it, gotta get it done, and start just getting creative. So one thing I didn't like was the scissors were so sharp, they were making really clean cuts. So, and I wanted it to look more distressed, so I'm just taking one end of the scissor here and just like grading it over where I made the cuts, and it kind of like tore apart the fabric a little bit more to make it look like really distressed. I distressed one part of the neck there. And then I went ahead and did the back as well. Don't you guys hate it when you go and pick up like a piece of clothing and the designs are only on one side, on the front? And I'm just like, no, come back. Like, you were not finished. The back is not done. I hate when like the back does not have the same design or it's just like a solid color. Drives me nuts. And then I decided that I wanted to do all over, so I did the arms, just different angles, different lengths, different sizes. And here I felt like the bottom was too clean of a cut, so I cut it up right here. I didn't want to take off too much length because it was already a little bit too short for my liking. So I just kind of, you know, cut off a little bit so it can look frayed. But it didn't look as frayed as I wanted it to, so I tried to do the same thing with the grading thing, and it really didn't give me much results either. So I went ahead and I made little diagonal cuts or angled cuts here like I'm doing. And then I went ahead and graded it again, and that gave me my desired effect here. See how distressed it looks? It looks so good. Went ahead did the same thing on the sleeves as well with the angled cuts. And there you have it, guys. That's my sweater. Hope you guys like this DIY. I'll see y'all next time.